Now, after running through several Vans old schools, let's go to something a little bit more off the wall, as they say. The Tisci's, hope I pronounced that right, because a fellow named Tisci probably would appreciate that. The black pairs came out, got the lows, that's the only ones I wanted. Thought about the mids, mids are good. Not a big fan of highs, and that weird looking boot thing is just ridiculous, in my opinion. Same thing we saw before. Carry bag, dust bag, Statue of Liberty on one side. I like the American flag theme. Worldly on the other side. And the shoes are exactly like the white ones, except they're black. I do like the design work and the cloth work on the shoe. I do not think they're worth the higher dollars that were here. The materials should be just a little bit more. Yet that's just me. I think the price of shoes has gotten out of hand overall anyway. And I understand supply and demand, and everybody's going to argue and say, you don't understand this or that. So I am in business. I don't just sit around and do nothing. I do understand supply, demand, cost, etc. In my world, I know how to get the costs down and get them right on the things I would like to do. I know how large corporate structure tends to add a lot more cost than necessary. And overall, while these are nice, they're not perfect. And they're a little bit rich for most people's blood. Thus the supply and the demand, which I think Nike manipulates anyway, on certain items, just to say, hey, you'll be one of the few that has them. Overall, they'll probably re-release anyway. Just because I've seen way too much of that this year, I make that statement. Nike says they do it to control the resellers. I'm not a big fan of resellers overall, and before everybody gets excited, no, I'm not a reseller. I am selling shoes from my collection. I will continue to do so, as I've said before. Downsizing at goodshoes.com. I do sell my shoes. I will continue to. I've got too many. Sell them on eBay as well as Sam Colt 12. But they're my shoes, my pairs. Not taking orders for people, not chasing down shoes, not buying size runs. The ones that I have eventually will probably get sold. When they're not getting worn, they're going to get moved out. There is a difference. A good shoe overall. I'm very glad to have the white ones and the black ones. This set right here, though, the Tisci's for me did not hold a candle to the Pigaels. I'm glad to see more Air Forces coming around with brighter colors in the GR set. And some more exclusives on the lows on the big side. And I hope that we continue to see more and more, being an Air Force One guy. Not hating on them in any way. I'm very glad I got them. These were a little bit tricky to get my pair. One of the last guys to get in on them. A lot of people were looking at them just for the hype, thinking they're going to resell. Way too much of that going on these days, where 80% of what's bought gets resold right away, but that's, again, just my opinion. Like the meme from Kermit the Frog. That's really none of my business. Well, in my opinion, it is what it is. And whoever doesn't like it, don't have to agree with me. We all get the advantage of having our own opinions on shoes, on life in general. I like these. I think they're overpriced, undervalued, could be a little bit better, and that's just simply what it is. Did not stop me from buying them. And it won't in the future. Good shoes. Next up, a custom. Very weird. Stay tuned.